Oh, okay. Well, let me see. I guess I should have. Well, you know what? It's all right. We only gonna be on here. Hold on. Hmm. Hey y'all. I'm gonna give everybody a minute to get in here. Yes. And why was it saying that I didn't? Let's do this one. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, we're about to get started. 'Cause I think. See now, when I get ready to try to do something, here come everybody wanna call, send messages. Okay, so yes, this is live. This is live. So let's verify. I'm trying to get it to where I can go live from my cell phone because I don't like this big wide view. But either way, okay. So somebody asked if we could. Oh, let's get out of that. Somebody asked if we could go live and talk about business stuff, right? Could we go live and talk about business stuff? Now, I've had several businesses. Okay, I'm not gonna fool with it. We're gonna be on about 30 minutes, if that long. Um, I've had several businesses, and some of them I still do now. Some of them I do not. Um, I am a licensed realtor. I have a screen printing business where we screen print t-shirts, bags, hats, things of that sort. We do embroidery. I do sublimation. I do some vinyl work, just depending on what the customer wants and the way that we need to do it. We make signs and banners, things like that. And then recently we've launched Row Collection. Um, if you are planning on starting a business, plan. I said planning on. That means you need to plan. You got your notepad and pen. Um, because you can't expect to be successful and you just throw something out there. I mean, you might get lucky, but that's a one in a million chance that you just throw something out there and it is received well and it does everything that you want it to do. Plan. When I started Row Collection, I was talking to vendors, I was testing products, I was in all of these makeup groups looking at what people were talking about. I was looking at these different businesses, seeing what's the trends that are coming out, what's really going on right now. I was looking at all of this stuff. And then I had to slim it down into what I wanted to offer, because there's, foundations, there's concealers, there's setting powders, blushes, highlighters. There's a million things within the beauty industry. And when you start out, you can't have everything. You cannot have everything. So plan what it is that you want to do, right? Plan what it is that you want to do. And then you need to research that industry. You need to research that market. What's trending? What's the hottest new products? What are people actually buying right now? Because if you selling something that's out of date just because you like it, you may not be profitable. I have been selling things for a while, and I'm now turning it into a full business, and it's hard. Yes, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard because there's so many choices. Sometimes it's hard because there's so many choices. Do you know how many different colors of eyeshadow it is out there? And then to narrow it down to put 9 in a palette. I mean, that's a good hard, but it's still hard and stressful. So you got to do your research. You do your planning. You got to research your market. Who are you gearing towards? What's your target market? You need to know who you're marketing to. You need to know, because if you have a product for senior citizens, you probably not going to benefit well by spending money on creating an app. There's probably not going to be the biggest bang for your buck if you planning on targeting your products target senior citizens. Okay. Because most senior citizens, they'll tell you, I got a phone, but I don't know how to work it. They know how to answer a call, and they know how to call who is in their contact list. Okay. Hey, Miss Bridget. So you got to know who your target audience is and where to find them. Most of the younger generation, if that's who you're targeting, you're going to need to make sure you're on all the social media apps: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Chat Chat. Y'all know that's what I call Snapchat, Chat Chat, because I don't know how to work it. Okay? Chat Chat. You need to be on all of those, because that's mostly where the younger people are. You're going to have to market. You can't just sit there. You've done your research. You've got your products, whether you source them or you hand make them yourself. You got to talk about your product and your line. Okay. You have to tell people about your line. Otherwise, how they gonna know? They're not just gonna have, an epiphany. Oh, well, Sarah just started, a hair care line, and I got thin and edges, so I'm finna go talk to her. If you didn't tell her, then how's she supposed to know? If you're not marketing where she is, if you're not out talking to beauty salons, if you're not leaving flyers and posters, if you're not, doing social media, how else are people supposed to know that you have a product that can solve a problem for them? And that's going to be one of the key things. What problem is your product solving? Jamie, Jamie, did you get that text message from India? Call her. Hush. Anyway, so you have to um what is the problem that your product solves? So with my eyeshadows, they're very highly pigmented. So one of the problems that my eyeshadow solve is for people with darker skin tone. A lot of times we get an eyeshadow palette, we think the colors are very pretty, but we get it, we buy it, we take it home, and the colors don't show up on us. It's not enough pigment to show up on our darker skin. So I have highly pigmented eyeshadows, highly pigmented lip colors, because see, I have darker lips. I'm not starting off with a lighter base. Everything show up good on a white background, but when you're starting out with a darker base, everything's not going to show up as well. So in addition to the highly pigmented eyeshadows, blushes, um, lip colors, I also have eyeshadow bases. I have one that will match, it matches my skin tone, so you can use it as a concealer if you want to. I have one a little bit lighter, and then I have one that is white. So if your colors really need to pop, I have a white eyeshadow base for you to use. So that's, you know, one problem or one issue that my products solve. Okay. So, I mean, you have to think about that and use that in your marketing. Use that in your marketing. Um, I opened a salon and closed it in 4 years due to illness, but found working with the public very challenging. Yes, it can be challenging. It can be. Because everybody doesn't have the same mindset. People don't, some people don't think before they do stuff. A lot of people are very inconsiderate of others' time. They're inconsiderate of people's skills. You could have been doing hair for 30 years and you've mastered the art of coloring hair. You use the best top of the line products. You make sure you're on top of your continuing education, knowing the latest new trends, the latest new techniques. But people only want to pay you $10 for a color and a cut. That's very inconsiderate. Not only are you paying for the time that I'm spending doing your hair right now, you're also paying for the time that I've put in to education, to practice. You see what I'm saying? You're paying for my expertise, the time that I've spent to become the expert that you want to come see because you know I'll do it right. That's why you came to me, because I have that expertise. But you don't want to pay for the expertise. You think you're only supposed to pay for, the 2 tablespoons of shampoo that I'm using to cleanse your hair and your scalp. So a lot of times we run into that. Yes, as crafters, we run into a lot. A crafter I follow told us that if you are selling high dollar items, to make sure you have items that aren't as high so more people can purchase. I crochet, so I have been brainstorming this idea. Um, I kind of see that, but you're not going to be able to have products for everybody. That's just the bottom line. Is that your target market? I mean, if you're doing rhinestone tumblers, there is no lower price. Rhinestones are expensive. It takes time to place each stone on a cup. Not to mention, you got to come up with the design. There's no way to price that lower because it is what it is. So if your thing is bling tumblers, there is no less expensive product. You'll have to have a whole new product like sublimation or something like that. Sublimation tumblers. But you can't do a less expensive rhinestone tumbler. Why? Because they're going to see this $80 tumbler that you've done with 3 different rhinestones or crystals or whatever you call it. It's absolutely beautiful. You've shown it outside in the sunlight. The sun is catching all the different colors and it's just beautiful. But then you offer a lesser product, which means the materials aren't going to be as good because you paid $17 for a pound of stones for this one. But you can get a lesser grade stone for $6 a pound. It's not going to catch the light like the other ones is. The stones are bigger, so it might take a little less time. But then when they get that lesser cup, it looks lesser. You see what I'm saying? It looks lesser. So then you have to worry about people saying, well, I ordered a cup and this is the one I ordered, but mine don't shine in the light like that. That's because you got the lesser version. If it was something like that, I wouldn't even do it. I meant she said to make smaller ones. Like she makes ones with less stones. But is that your target market though? If your target is full out bling, then that's what your marketing is, full out bling. I mean, I guess you could make it work. Yes. You got to be passionate about it. Otherwise, you're going to get, after so long, you're going to get burned out regardless. I have not seen not one business owner that has said, yes, I've been on 10 since the day I started. I've never had a day. I've never heard of anybody say that. Everybody has a point in time where they feel tired. But if you love what you do and you're passionate about what you do, you can get through it and still have your business intact. So if you're going to do something, don't let money just be the motive, the one and only motive. You need to be passionate about it. Something that you would even do, even if you wasn't getting paid for it or if you wasn't making a profit from it. I totally get that. I can make market bags, which are less time and not as much material, but my more time consuming bags would be the higher price. Right. Exactly. You have quit 5 times this week. We only on Tuesday. Thank you for the order. Thank you, Terry. So, I mean, business, it can be a hard thing to get into. Hey, Lily. But you can make it if you're passionate about it, if you're serious about it, you can do it. If you can get through the research stage and all of that, then I say go for it. But sometimes people can't even get past that because it's a lot of work. Now, some of you know my experience from TikTok. with this certain, I can't even call her a creator. This certain person went on her live stream, even though I wasn't even on there. So I don't know why she was even trying to address me, and said that my business was going to fail. She flat out said it. Your business ain't gonna do nothing. Your business is going to fail. She said it on the live stream. Now, you're gonna have people like that. It's gonna be people that you know, probably some people in your family, some people you've known since childhood. Yes, I am carrying around business cards. I am. Um, Amy, that's a good one. I'm gonna address that in just a minute. But you're gonna have people that say that think that feel that, but you can't let it get to you, because if God gave you the vision, he didn't give it to everybody else. Everybody's not going to see it. The ones that don't believe in you, don't believe in what you have to offer, in the products and services that that you're focusing on, those are not your clients. Move them out the way, shuffle them out the way. That's not who you're talking to. So don't put any focus on them. Those are not the people that you want to be your clients and your customers. Yes, it's hurtful because, like I said before, so when you start a business, it's kind of like your newborn baby. It's kind of like your newborn baby. You've created it, you've nurtured it, you're doing what you need to do to try to make it grow, to get it out there in front of people. And for somebody to say something negative about it, it's going to make you mad. But at the end of the day, you have to look at who's saying it. Is that somebody that can help you in your business? Can you go to them for any advice? Can they give you any solutions for what they're saying is wrong with your business? Why I believe your business is not going to succeed? Do they own a business? Do they even have a job? Like, what qualifies them for you to care about their opinion? Do they even have the money to spend on your product if you would even sell it to them? Like, you have to put stuff in perspective. And 9 times out of 10, if you write it out on a piece of paper, it's not worth your time or your energy to even worry about what they're saying, because they're irrelevant. They have nothing to offer you. So don't even worry about it. It's going to sting for a minute. You're going to want to say some ugly stuff. But when you think about it and you put it in perspective, it ain't even worth thinking about. Now, let me go back. Okay. Amy said, and you can't compromise yourself to fit everyone's wants, because then it won't stop being expected. Exactly. If you offer rhinestone, bejeweled, bedazzled, sparkly, blingy, whatever adjective you want to use, or is that the right word, or adjective? Is that describing? Yeah, I know what I mean. If that is what you offer, and somebody comes to you and say, well, I know you do this, but can you make me a pillowcase? You creative. Can you make me a pillowcase? Don't sit up here and compromise yourself. Don't sit up here and compromise yourself, because then they're going to come back asking you for something else. And if you're not interested in sewing, you're not interested in going to get materials and sourcing through bulk, of linens and leathers and cottons and polyesters, and you're not interested in all that, even though you can, baby, don't do it. Because if you don't watch it, it'll end up changing your whole business into something that you never wanted it to be, and you don't have passion for it, so it's not going to go well. Just like people are asking me about everything under the sun. Are you going to have this? Are you going to have that? And I have to tell people and be honest, I'm not going that route. I'm not going to have foundation. There's too many shades, there's too many undertones. And trying to do that and match yourself online, that's not something that I want to risk. Because you then have to worry about, well, if they get it and the undertone is orange and they have an olive undertone, then they're going to need to send it back. But then how much is it going to cost to send it back? Because it ain't my fault that you ordered the wrong color. It's your fault because you picked it. So I'm not going to pay for return shipping. You're going to have to pay for it. So then you're going to be out of money to send it back to me. That's going to leave a sour taste in your mouth. And you may not buy from me again because you picked the wrong foundation for yourself. Because you couldn't test it out. You did what you thought was best. I did what I thought was best and sent you the shade that you asked for. So then you run into that whole rigmarole. I don't want to leave no sour taste in nobody's mouth because they picked the wrong color by accident. So foundation is not what I'm going to do. I've been asked about hair care. I wear wigs. I wear wigs. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I wash my hair maybe twice a month. Hair care, technically for me, is non-existent. So I can't tell you nothing about it. I'm not the one for you to ask about that, about hair care. Could I just grab some stuff? I could call a manufacturer today and say, hey, I need you to come up with a formula, a shampoo formula for greasy hair, for oily hair. Give me a shampoo and a conditioner. And I can have something on the shelf by the end of next week. But I ain't going to test it. Because I don't have oily, greasy hair. So I really can't tell you if it's going to work or not. Because that ain't my thing. If they don't pay, then they're not your customer. Yes. Yes, it does take time to make things like with the shirts. And that's why I'm getting so frustrated. Because people in my area, they want a shirt front and back, full color. You got to come up with the design. They barely even know what they want on it. So you got to try to pick their brain. They want you to come up with the design. Then you got to get the materials. Then you got to do front and back. Then when you tell them it costs $35, they want to know why it costs so much. What you mean why it costs so much? I got to come up with a design that is non-existent at this point because you don't even know what you want. Then I got to get the materials. Sometimes I have to order the materials because I don't have it in stock. So I got to pay for materials plus shipping. Shipping ain't cheap nowhere. So then I got to take the time to actually make it. $35 is cheap for a custom shirt. But they don't want to pay. Or they come in and they want to know, well, why you can't do it right now when you tell them, okay, well, I'm a week and a half out on projects right now. You can't just do it now. Yeah, let me snap my fingers and say a spell right quick, and it's going to magically appear in front of all the other orders that I have already. If I wasn't busy, then that probably would mean that my services is not that good if I'm not busy. And if my services was not that good, then you wouldn't even come to me. You come to me because you know I do a good job, which probably means there's a demand for my services, which probably means that I'm busy and I have orders. So no, I can't do it right now. But people don't understand that. They think it takes 5 minutes to make a t-shirt because and it's partly our fault. We make it look easy. Okay, y'all, our time about up. We make it look easy. I made a baby blanket for a friend. She paid not even half what I should have charged. I'm still kicking myself. Learned a hard lesson. And she probably ain't even referred you to nobody. And that's my thing. You can barter and trade. Okay, I'm gonna give this to you for half price, but you got to bring me 5 new customers. But most of the time when we do stuff like that, they don't bring us new customers. They don't give us anything. They don't have anything to give us besides their money. And this is the last point I'm going to make before we get off here. If money is the only thing that they have to offer you, that's it. There is no discount. There is no do this for that. If money is the only thing they have to offer you, then they have to pay the price. If they come to you with, well, can you do this one for me for half price? Because I'm probably going to have more shirt orders coming in the future. Okay, no. You're going to pay the full price for this. Then when you bring me that big order, we can look at a bulk discount. Trust me, I'm telling you what I know. I had a company to come to me, a big company, come to me and say, well, can you give me a discount? We usually do 200 of this per month. And that's what I gave them pricing on. Once you give them pricing, it's hard to go back and try to go up on the price. I gave them pricing based on 200. I never got 200 a month from them. They never, ever sent me 200 items per month. But I gave them the bulk discount. Never came through. So if all they have to offer you is their money, like it's not like they cater and they can provide a service for you. They can cook you a meal or something. So one night you don't have to cook at home. Or if they do hair, I'll take, I'll do this for you and we'll swap it out for a wash and a haircut. If money is the only thing that they have to offer, then they have to pay. And just leave it at that. Don't feel bad about it because they don't go to Walmart, and when they get up to the register, they put all that stuff up there and it rings up $150. They can't say, well, can I get a discount? Because I'm probably gonna be back again at the end of the week and do some more shopping with y'all. So can I get a discount? Can they do that at Walmart? No, they cannot. They pay the price. So they got the money. Let them pay it. But anyway, that's all I have for y'all for right now. Thank y'all for joining me. If y'all have any other questions, leave them in the comments. And we'll try to do this once a week. Try to go over stuff, roadblocks that we may have. Because sometimes just hearing somebody else's point of view will help you figure something out. So anyway, thank y'all for joining me. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good night. Get some good rest so that we can have a productive day tomorrow. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. Mwah.